Commissioner Ignace, thank you for being here. First off, can you explain what state Indigenous languages are in Canada?
Well, yes, thank you for that question. The majority of the languages in Canada are either critically endangered or endangered, and those 3, 4, 5 languages that are viable, they are still threatened. So no language in Canada is safe. And that's according to UNESCO as well, who've stated that, and I'm quoting them roughly.
That's very interesting.
And as a point of interest about languages, that there are approximately 70 or so languages in Canada. It's not clear how many languages exactly there are. People said 69, 70, maybe 90. But for a fact, though, that 50% of the languages in Canada, Indigenous languages in Canada, are in the province of British Columbia.
Oh, wow.
And unfortunately, those are smaller languages, and they fall into that category of endangered or critically endangered languages. Not to say that across the country that's not the issue, but the bulk of them, those languages in BC are in that category. But you have in this Manitoba, the Métis, Michif language. The Michif language is also, if not critically endangered, definitely endangered.
Absolutely. It's very interesting. Can you tell us about some of the efforts your office are doing to restore and maintain fluency for those languages?
Well, actually, we have, as a commission, the Act, the Indigenous Languages Act, was promulgated in 2019, June of 2019. I, as a commissioner, and 3 directors, one was Robbie Watt, who is an Inuit, Georgina Liberty, who is Métis, and her office is down the street here, and Joan Grey Eyes, who is from Saskatchewan, and myself as commissioner. We together make up the board of directors, the governing board of the commission.
Can you explain what's needed to grow Indigenous languages further?
Well, as I was leading up to, we're just getting going on the commission. I want to explain, I think it's important that people know that we were appointed in June 13th of 2021, and we didn't take office until July of 2021. And by the way, they didn't tell us, oh, there is no commission, there's no blueprint for building a commission, so you got to build it from the ground up. And so we've been, and during COVID, and we've also, while building policies, procedures, and rules and regulations and such to run an office, a national office of this stature. It took over almost 2 years to build, but we also had to build a physical office. In our office, our headquarters is in Ottawa, in the Constitution Square building. But my sub-office, I'm a Shuswap person. I'm from the Kamloops area, and so when I got appointed as commissioner, I made it a point to go back to the residential school in which I ran away from at the age of 16, and established my sub-office there in the Kamloops Indian Residential School. And so we've just as of June of last year, we became fully operational as a commission. And our mandate is to support and champion Indigenous languages so that no language gets left behind, and a number of other mandates that we have in the language legislation, that the Indigenous Languages Act. But we've been holding sessions. The first was a year ago, little over a year, yeah. We held our first national event in the Kamloops Powell Arbor. And what we did is we brought Inuit, Métis, and First Nations frontline workers together to dialogue with the Commission and with themselves so that we could hear directly from the people about what they feel is important and necessary. And of course, one of the top items that we hear, and we've since had 3 other such, that was a model that we pursued. And so we had one here in Winnipeg with the Métis, and one in Ottawa with the urban Inuit, and one in Halifax with Mi'kmaq there. And what we've heard consistently, of course, and this is a big issue today in Montreal, is funding of Indigenous languages. Funding is a big issue for us. That's the other one is that we've heard consistently across the country is that we need trained teachers to teach the language, and as well as we need immersion courses to immerse, for language immersion, because the languages are in such a state that we need, I guess, to try to grow new speakers hothouse fashion, so to speak, if we may use that terminology.
It's fantastic that you're consulting the community so much on this, and it sounds like you've already done a lot of work. Can you explain briefly why Indigenous languages are so important to you and why you want to help with this?
Well, Indigenous languages are really important to us simply because they express who we are as a people. They express our worldview, our values, our principles. And so much stigmatization has gone into and demeaning and illegitimizing our languages, that it has had a negative impact across the country with all Indigenous peoples. So in order to, we say, and our languages come from the land. So in order to not only to heal the land that we find the circumstances we find ourselves in today with climate change, but also we need to heal ourselves, and in so doing, healing ourselves, we will assist in helping heal the land as well.
Wow, that's really beautiful, Commissioner Ignace, and we'll have to leave it there. But thank you so much for coming and talking with us about this today.
You're welcome.
Yeah.